Hello, we're going to be learning how to do an FTIR on the Cary 360. So when you first approach the station here, have a look to make sure the Cary IR is on, as indicated by the green light, and you will leave it on for the duration of the period. The FTIR is run using Microsoft Microlab PC, and so the icon is right on the desktop right here. And just simply click it. And wait for it to open. The username is user and the password is also user. So type in user, single case, and log in. At this point, this is the startup window. Hit start. And check to make sure the crystal is clear right above the hammer. And I've just previously cleaned it, so we can proceed by hitting the next button. It will now run a check on the crystal to make sure it's not damaged, there's no scratches. It takes a few seconds, and at this point, when you get this window, you are ready to proceed by adding solids to the crystal surface right here. So we're going to be running a small sample of your starting material, so we can avoid, we can save some time so you do not have to run the starting material. And it takes very little. All you need is just enough to cover this window right here, and no more. I probably have more than enough there. And gently, without scratching the crystal, place that right into the center, right above the hammer. And close your reagent bottle, and you're ready to proceed. Then you're going to close the hammer on the crystals, which will liquefy the crystal into a nice clear window so that the IR can proceed. You'll feel a slip, and at that point that is more than enough. You do not have to crank hard on it. It will liquefy the sample for you. At this point, we can go back to the mouse and position your mouse over the next button and proceed. Now, it's not collecting anything yet, but showing an IR spectrum. What it's asking for is a sample name right up here. So here you would put what sample you're doing. You'll be running a crude ASA and also a recrystallized ASA. This is of the starting material, salicylic acid. And then we can proceed by mousing over to the next button once again and clicking once. It will now collect 8 samples very, very quickly and average them, and there is your IR spectra for salicylic acid. At this point, you want to position your mouse somewhere in the blank region of your IR and right mouse click, which will bring up a pop-up window, and mouse over pick peaks. Then position your mouse over the peaks you wish to pick. In this case, we want to pick the phenolic OH by dragging across the peak, and it will pick the peak number, wave numbers for you, and also the percent transmittance. We're really only after the wave numbers, so we'll pick also these peaks here by doing the exact same thing. Pick these two, and then we will pick a few more, and then to about the 1200 wave number. This is considered the fingerprint region, where we will get identical information if we run another spectra of somebody, salicylic acid, for example. So just to show, we are now in the 1200 region, and then we'll pick one here as well. All right, so at this point we're done. Do not hit the done button. What we want is we want the data handling button. So we'll hit the data handling, and then report. So right at the very bottom here, report, which will bring up the spectra that you are going to print. So at the very top menu here is the print icon. You can also send the PDF, so it generates a PDF. You can send a PDF to yourself if you wish, but we're just going to make a hard copy of this. So click onto the printer icon, and you may need 2 copies, one for your the other group if you are combining the crude ASA, but in our case we just need the one, so it's already set at 1. Accept all the defaults as is, do not adjust, and just hit the print button, which will give you a hard copy. Send a hard copy to the brother. There is a hard copy of the IR of salicylic acid, your starting material, which you must include in your report. So now, to finish off, we need to clean up after ourselves here. So you're going to release the pressure on the hammer on your sample by turning counterclockwise until you feel a resistance, and we stop. Then take a chem wipe and some isopropyl alcohol. Squirt a little bit on the chem wipe and clean off the crystal surface, gently wiping away from the crystal. And then we're going to clean the top of the hammer with a little bit more isopropyl alcohol, gently cleaning the hammer in this fashion. And at this point, we can close our IR window here, microlab window, by clicking the X top right corner to close and hit done, which brings up the original microlab screen for the next group to come do their IR. Thank you.